Hi everyone, it's Anja here and I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks, and today we are making a shawl. I am calling it the Mary Ann Shawl, and it's a twist to an old favourite stitch. So this is a shawl in a C2C stitch, but we are doing it in a slightly different way so it becomes a lovely, cozy, lacy shawl. It's very effective and quick to make. It would make a lovely present. I hope you will enjoy making it. Let's get started. So what do you need for this shawl? Well, I am using Malaga. Now this is a yarn that I purchased from Hobby quite a while ago, and I haven't done anything with it, but I've always wanted to have a green shawl, so I thought this would be the perfect yarn to use. Now it is a little bit thicker than the yarn that I usually work with, so it's for a 5 to a 6 millimeter hook, and usually I would go down a hook size because of my tension, but I am actually going to go up even from that, so a 6.5, and that will give us sort of a nice and loose lacy effect, and that's what I'm looking for in this shawl. So let's get started. First of all, we make a little slip knot, insert your hook, close the loop, and we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then you're going to count back 1, 2, 3 into the 4th chain. You're going to yarn over, insert into the 4th chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we've done a double crochet. Then you are going to do a double crochet in the next chain and also in the last one there. And in the last one, there we go. So this is our first row done. Now to start the second row, chain 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Same thing as we did earlier, into the 4th chain, so 1, 2, 3, 4, go into there, picking up the 2 strands and the 1 strand underneath. You do a double crochet, and you do a double crochet in the next one and in the next one. This brings you to right next to that first little square that we made there. You're going to flip that one over, and you go and skip the 3 double crochets. Above the 3rd double crochet there is an opening just underneath those chains, and that is where you are going to go in and you do your slip stitch, connecting your 2 little squares. Then you do a chain 3 and you place 3 double crochets around the chain. There we go. And of course it's going to be nice and holy because we have our hook too big. Row 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do your 3 double crochets in the last 3 chains of that chain 6. Flip your work and find that location in between the double crochets and the chain to go into to do your little slip stitch to connect. Then you do 1, 2, 3 chains and you place your 3 double crochets around the chains. And then you're ready to connect again, because of course there is somewhere to connect to. So do your slip stitch, 3 chains and another lot of 3 double crochets, because of course there is somewhere to put them. Now to start our 4th row, we will have 4 locations to work our little squares, and then we will have more and more and more. So every row starts with 6 chains. 3, 4, 5, 6. You then place your double crochets in those first 3 chains here, closest to your little square. There we go. Then you flip your work, finding the location for that slip stitch, and then you do your chain 3 and your 3 double crochets. Again, slip stitch, 3 chains and 3 double crochets. Slip stitch into that location, 3 chains, 3 double crochets. And this is how you will continue every row. This is how you will create a triangle, which will become bigger and bigger and bigger. So I will see you when your triangle reaches your fingertip to fingertip measurement. So when we get to the fingertip to fingertip measurement and your shawl is wide enough, so not this small obviously, but I'm just going to use this for demonstration purposes, then you're going to have to level off the edge of your shawl, because this is not what we want. Really, we want a nice straight edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. The 4th one is your turning chain. From the 2nd chain, you're going to do a single crochet. Next chain, you're going to do a half double crochet. And in the last chain, you're going to do a double crochet. And then you flip your work as we have been doing all along, and you do your slip stitch. And then, as you can see, look, we've made a little edge to our shawl. And then we are going to do a chain into the chain space to do a single crochet, half double crochet and a double crochet. Then go and do your slip stitch. Chain, single crochet, half double crochet and a double crochet, and you do your slip stitch. So this is how you will continue all along the edge of your shawl, and your shawl will be leveled off nicely like this. Now for the last one here, of course, you do the same. Chain 1, single crochet, half double crochet and a double crochet, and that's the end of that row. So let me show you how to do the last half double crochet row on top of our shawl. And as you can see here, I have in fact nearly finished my big shawl. You see, I went away and it was so easy to take this project with me. I just took the balls and I just kept working on it, and the balls disappeared into the shawl. I was even able to wear the shawl even though the ends were still hanging out. You know, it didn't matter. I just wrapped it around my neck, sort of into the top of my coat, and it was fine. And it worked because I was able to wear what I was making, you know, so I didn't have to take another shawl on my trip. So let's get going on doing the last row of half double crochets on top of our shawl. And yes, I am showing this on this little piece, of course, because yeah, I just kept working on the big one and I've gone past that point. Okay, so we are going to do a turn. So let's chain one, turn, and then we are going to do 3 half double crochets into that first V. So 3 half double crochets straight away, and this will help to create sort of that slanted corner that we need to end our shawl. So now you're going to have a good look at the top of your stitches. You are going to have to be picking up every stitch, so every V that you see here, and some might not be lying as clearly for you there, like this one here, but still, you know, you are going to have to try and work out. See, here's that slanted one, then these ones. So you just look along the top of your shawl and find every V. Of course, the same kind of pattern will return. So you will have, like, for instance, here, I've got 3 easy ones to pick up, and then I have that slanted one. So that will come back all along your row, and you'll remember that, and it will get easier as you go. So make sure you pick up every V along the top. See, this one is a little bit hard to get into, but that's fine. Make sure you pick up every V along the top of your shawl to do your half double crochets, and that will give our shawl a nice finish look. So here I'm just finishing that last half double crochet row on my big shawl, and I have to say I have really enjoyed making this, especially because I was able to take it with me, keep myself busy on the train, and even wear it while I was away. So here again, we're at the end, so make sure you have a good look which ones you are going to be using. And then here, you just have to sort of look, and yeah, I think this here is going to be my last stitch. So I'm going to go in there and do, just like we started, 3 half double crochets, just so that we have that slanted edge going for us. There we go, see? So here, just see what you can use as your last stitch, and that will work out perfectly. So of course you'll have to cut off the yarn, and then you can pull this through and of course sew in the end. But we are going to be putting tassels on. Oh yes, look at this. I chose a thin tassel this time because I just fancied it. I like thick, nice tassels, but these are really, really simple ones. So let me show you how to make it. And all you need is my infamous box. That box provides me with a revolution of 30 centimeters. So if you then cut it in one place with my fabric scissors, I have a length of 30 centimeters, and that's perfect to use. So what we are going to do for these tassels here is even simpler than my usual tassels. So put your yarn over your box and just wind. And I'm winding, I don't know, I'm not even counting, because all I need are the strands. So let me just do this for now. That's enough for now. Don't wind too much, because if you then, you know, don't need them. So then I cut it off and I cut one side open. Then I just use the strands. Let me just put all this out of the way, and I put the strands like this. I pick up 2 strands, make sure they're the same length, or that they are at the same length. I take my hook and I do the same thing each time. Go in from the top, hook your yarn over your hook, bring it through, and you open up the loop and bring through the strands. And as holes, I'm just using the spaces between those 3 double crochets. So here we've got the 3 vertical double crochets, here we've got the horizontal ones, and these are the holes that I'm using. So there's no other edging to be done on this shawl. There's no other sort of, row around. There's no preparation for the tassels. I'm just using the holes that I have created by doing the C to C. And I think it's really, really effective. So I'm just going to keep on doing this for now. And of course, I had a little bit of a photo shoot for this shawl. So I will meet you there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!